Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Just as I go to film, I don't know if the microphones can pick this up, but I hear a bunch of cop cars flying down the hill. I can hear their sirens. Something must be going on. Alright, so I hope everyone's been doing well, and I hope you've had a good start of your new week here already. Today is Tuesday, and I was going to go to Walmart and the Dollar Tree this evening, but hubby had physical therapy this afternoon and he's plumb tuckered from it. And tomorrow he has an appointment. I can't remember who he told me it was, but we have an appointment for him at 2 in the afternoon. I can't remember who he said it was with. I think a cardiologist, he told me. But anyway, we'll get into that appointment tomorrow. And after that, we're going to go to Walmart and the Dollar Tree then. Because I need to go in Dollar Tree. I need to pick up some household items again that we're in need of. So, in Walmart, we're going to go in and get a couple food items again. So, I got these wax melts to show you in no particular order. There might be doubles and triples and whatever. But, yeah, and I just got done taking a nice hot shower because I was sweating and I couldn't stand it from moving around and vacuuming, and I started breaking out sweat, so I had to get a shower real quick. So I feel nice and clean and relaxed now. So we're going to go right into this with the wax melts. This one here is the Sensationals Watermelon Kiwi Lemonade. I'm not sure if you can get this particular one anymore, but there is a Better Homes and Gardens one. I might have it in the bag. It smells exactly like this. It's identical. Just that this one is Sensationals. The other one is Better Homes and Gardens. Because they do have another Sensationals that's called Watermelon Sugar. I don't have luck with that one. But this one and the Better Homes and Gardens one, Watermelon Berry Lemonade with melon, something like that it is. They smell exactly the same. This is a very good, to me, it does not smell like Jolly Rancher candy. Maybe to other people it does, and that's fine. But to me, this smells like you sliced open a fresh watermelon. And it has that natural sweet sugar smell to watermelon that it gives it its sweetness. And almost like this frostiness that I don't know how else to describe it, but to me it's like this frosty, sugary feel that watermelon has. Just not its initial smell, but like that earthy smell from it. It just smells like real watermelon. Like you cut one right open and you get that initial whiff of everything. I said you can even smell the black seeds in this one. So I love this one. It's a great thrower. 9 out of 10. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, then this one here is the Mainstays Strawberry Waffle Cone. You can still get this one. This is strawberry, vanilla, and waffle cone. Are the scent notes on there? Used another one of this up. I don't get the strawberry. Every time I use this, and I've used quite a bit of it already, I never get the real strawberry smell to it. I get the vanilla, it smells, and the waffle cone, and like a hard syrup, a hard chocolate syrup, and like a little bit of crushed peanuts. It reminds me of a Mr. Big or a King Cone or whatever you call them where you live. That's what it smells like to me, but I don't get the strawberry. But if you wanted it to be more strawberry-ish, or you can detect it, which I can't. But if you can't, like me, you can always add some strawberry scented wax melts to this to bring out the strawberry more, because I don't get the strawberry. But I do like this one, and I'd say this one is at least an 8, a little over an 8 out of 10 in throw. Does good. Does very good. Okay, then I have this large one. This is the value style in the Better Homes and Gardens Summer Strawberry and Mimosa with scent notes of strawberry, raspberry, sugarcane, pineapple, sparkling champagne. This reminds me of Yankee Candle's White Strawberry Bellini. This is a close enough dupe for that scent. You do get the strawberry, but the orange and the pineapple and the raspberry, they overcome the strawberry part, even though strawberry is the first scent listed, kind of like it is on the one I just mentioned from Macy's. It's the first note, but I can't smell it. I can smell here, but the other citrusy, orangey, and grapefruit and the slight raspberry takes over the strawberry, but it's still very good. And the orange, it's a nice strong one. You could get away with 1 cube for a while, but if you want it jacked up even more, you can use 2 cubes. This is a good one, and I got in the value size. Use this all up. I would say the throw on that is definitely a 9 out of 10. If not, sometimes a 10 out of 10. All right, then I have this one, which is something I talked about in one of my prior videos, but it wasn't a Wax Melt Empties. I was talking about something else, Dollar Tree or possibly Walmart. I don't remember. I just remember talking about it. But this is the Huntington Homes Frosted Vanilla. This is the one that was talked about in that video that I love this scent from Aldi's. Every year, usually comes out around Christmas time. This is a very good vanilla because I haven't had very much luck with Huntington Home wax melts from Aldi's. I haven't even bought them the last several months when they come out with their sets or even their candles. But at Christmas time, this scent comes out, and the cranberry and the evergreen scents, they seem to do better. But this vanilla, I think you can use it all year long, but I really like it. It's a very, very good vanilla. This is super strong in here. It's a nice warm vanilla type of a scent. Almost like you're baking vanilla cookies. There's a nice perfuminess to this. I can't explain what the perfume really smells like, but it is really nice. And there's just a tiny little hint of evergreen way in the background. But this sucker is strong. You can use 1 cube of this with, if you are using tea lights to use in your melt, or if you're using that source of heat. One of these can go and go and go and just keep replacing the tea light without actually replacing the wax. If you use 2, same story. It goes and goes and goes. I can tell you that you could probably go, if you have 4-hour tea lights, you can definitely go 4 or 5 of them before you wouldn't smell this anymore. That's a lot of hours just for 1 or 2 cubes. But 1 cube is strong just on its own and goes for many hours. This was definitely worth the $1.89 or $1.79 or $1.49 when I had bought this particular setup of these. It's very strong. Super strong in here, but pleasant. I love this scent. But when it's warming, it is a room filler. It clings to your hair, your skin, your clothing, your blankets, your throws. It travels outside of the room. This one does not disappoint. It is very strong and very long-lasting, and I love it. And such a pleasant scent, and I really enjoy this one a whole lot. You can possibly mix this with other type of scents and come up with your own concoction, but I use it just the way it is. I love this one. I love this, and I love the cranberry that comes out every year at Christmas time, and I also love the white almond that pops up here and there in wax melts, all forms of candles, different, quantities of wicks in the candles. Love that white almond, which is another scent that a lot of people love it. I'm not sure how much people love this one, but I sure as do. I love this scent. I love this, and I will buy the candles when I see them for this, holiday season again. And any wax melts that comes in, I grab for this right away. I love this. This is very good and very long lasting. Oh, it is super strong in there. I love this scent. All right, then we have, let me see here. Speaking of white almond, here it is. This is the Huntington Homes White Almond. This is a 2.5 ounce. I've bought this so many times. The picture is always different, you know, from time to time, but the scent is always the same. This is another one people go whack over. I bought this white almond, I can't remember, is it 3 years or 4 years, maybe 5 years. I bought when all these came out with this huge candle. It was about this round, that tall. It had 6 or 7 wicks in it. And it was a beautiful color. They had another scent that was out at the same time as it. It was lavender and something. And the other option was the almond. There was only 2. These big candles were something like $30. They're like $29.99 or $24.99. I bought one. And wow. Really fills up the room even more than this, and this already is strong. I used maybe a little bit of that candle. I still have it, and it is still strong, going strong in scent. It hasn't lost its scent. It came with a big matte gold lid on it. They should bring something like that back in. That was a great value to get all of that wax in a giant, huge candle that would last and last. And mine is lasting. It's lasting and lasting. And I chose the white almond scent in it. And it was something that had to do with macaroons, too. I don't smell no macaroon in it. I just smell the white almond. I like it. They would bring those big monster candles in the glass vessels with multiple wicks. They need to bring something like that again. Hell, if they brought one in this vanilla, frosted vanilla, I'd be there to get it. Let me tell you, I'd be there. And if they can bring it back in this one, I'd buy another one of them too. Really worth your money. Not that these wax smells, in these particular scents, and only these scents, these throw fabulous. Fabulous. And so does that cranberry one. I'm sure the evergreen one does too at Christmas time, but I'm not in evergreens. Yeah, this beautiful. This is nice and strong in here too. This is the white almond. Everybody has their own interpretation of what this smells like. To me, sometimes it smells like the actual Jordan. I forgot what I was going to say there. Jordan almonds, the candy Jordan almonds. I love them. Sometimes it reminds me of that, and other times it kind of reminds me of the smell of the original almond Jergens lotion. It depends. Sometimes it smells lotiony to me, and sometimes it smells like the actual Jordan almond candies. Because there is a sweetness to this too. There's a sugary sweetness to this. There is that almond extract smell to this. There's a slight cherry note to this. You know, cherry almond. This is beautiful. I love this scent. So does a lot of other people. This is always a winner at Aldi's. And so is this one. So, went through those. The throw on the almond one, it's right up there with the frosted vanilla. These are 10 out of 10 in throw. Love them. Okay, then I have one of these again. I'm finding hard to find this one anymore. I looked on the website for my local area. It's sold out, so I don't know if they're ever going to bring this one back, but I sure enjoyed it. My husband enjoyed it for all the time that it was out. I bought loads of it. I used loads of it. We were hooked on this. I still have some of this yet, but I'm saying my local area does not carry it no more. This is the Mainstays Blueberry Sorbet, Lemon Blueberry and Sugar Cane. This reminds me of the smell of blueberry bubblicious bubblegum. A true blueberry, a true wild blueberry scent, wild blueberry. Yeah. But a little bit of that sweetness. I don't get too much of the lemon. I'm sure it's in there, but it's not like it's screaming, here I am. It's more the blueberry screaming, here I am. This is a nice blueberry scent. great by itself, great throw, 9 out of 10. Also, you can mix this with many other different bakery type of scents or other fruit scents for that matter. Love this one. Okay. Then I have, I think there's more than one of these in here too. We'll find it when we get to it. This is the Better Homes and Gardens Vanilla Orchid, which you can still get this one. This is the Honeysuckle, Violet Rose, Violet and then Rose, Hyacinth, Lilac, and Vanilla. I really like this one. You can still get it in Walmart. It came out last spring and summer. There's a rose note in here, but it's not super duper strong. You do get that sweet honeysuckle. Violet, maybe. I'm not sure if I'm smelling a violet or not, but maybe. But a lot of honeysuckle, a powdery rose, some of the hyacinth, which is all strong flowered too. Lilac, I'm not getting lilac, but maybe somebody else will. And definitely that nice soft vanilla. This is a very pleasant scent. It's a girly scent, but you might actually want to call this a grandma scent too. Nothing against grandmas, but it's soft and it's pretty, but it does throw. Oh yeah, this baby throws for being a soft, cuddly floral is what I call this. This is really nice, but it throws fabulous. Definitely a 9.5 out of 10 on this. Love this one. It's a floral that you can enjoy without getting a headache right away. It's not that way. It all comes together and it feels like a nice warm hug. It's really pretty. I've used a lot of this already and bought, and I still have quite a bit of it in my stash yet. Really like this one. Okay, then, oh, speaking of it, I have 2 of them so far in empties. Right here, 2 of them. Both gone. Love it. Okay, then, hold on just a moment. Okay, then I have this, the Better Homes and Gardens Berry Lemonade and Melon. Okay, I was telling you that this one smells exactly like the Sensationals one that we just went over. They're exactly the same scent, right to the T. They're exactly the same. The scent is identical. Love it. This one is hard to come across anymore, but this is its exact copy. It's the same thing, just that they put the Better Homes name on it. And this one they put the Sensationals. It's identical. Now that watermelon sugar one is from Sensational, and I've had a few packs of it. I've reviewed it many times. I cannot get that sucker to throw. But these ones, yes, and they're identical. They're absolutely identical. Okay, then I have this. This was from Huntington Homes again. This is like right before I stopped buying Huntington Homes for the last several months. I'd gotten this many months ago when it was out last year. This is the Huntington Homes Watermelon Sugar Lemonade, also sparkling lemon and melon, 2.51 ounces. I'm just looking at the time there. Okay, this was like an all pink wax. It had like candy, the smallest little tiny candy pearls that you put on cookies or cakes, whatever. It was actually on the wax. It was real candy pearls that you can eat. This smells exactly like the Better Homes and Gardens or that Sensational I just showed you. It's that true ripe watermelon, not candy watermelon. It doesn't got that vibe to it. It's got the real watermelon smell. This smelled really good. It still smells good in the package. But I had a hard time getting these to throw. I think these were something like $1.89 or $1.49 when they were out. There was 4 different things to the collection. There was that, a cupcake one, a pink sugar cupcake, which I'm going to show you an empty for that too. There was a coffee one with caramel, and there was something else. There was 4 of them. I couldn't get none of them to throw. That's when I just stopped buying, period, from all these. Okay, so as I'm saying, I probably got a 3 out of it if I was lucky. All right, now here's the other one I'm talking about. This is the Huntington Homes. This one was the pink sugar. I said cupcake, but it's pink sugar cookie. It's sugar cane and vanilla bean. This one was in a white color with, the colored sugar that you put again on cakes, cookies, whatever you want to put on. It's the regular granulated sugar, but it's dyed different colors. It was a hot pink, like the border. The wax was white, but the sugar in it. This smells really freaking good still in the container. It smells like warm sugar cookies. But I couldn't get it to throw. I don't know what the problem is, but definitely could smell it in that package without a problem, but it wouldn't disperse. Now, these are supposed to be soy blended candles. I mean, wax melts. It's right there. I couldn't get them to throw, even with a tea light. Very nice scent, very warm, homey, sugar cookie type of scent, but I don't know what the problem is. That's why I stopped buying them. So this one was also probably about a 3. If I got a 3 off of it. Tried it in the bowl warmer too, because I bought duplicates, and it didn't do any better in the bowl warmer. So I don't know what the problem is with all these anymore, but here's another one of the blueberry sorbet. I went through 2 of them. Okay. Then I have this one. Oh, this is going back a good couple years. This is Better Homes and Gardens. This was a limited edition. They said it was the Midnight Pumpkin Patch. Love that label, because I love pumpkins. I'm crazy over pumpkins when pumpkin season comes. Okay, this here, you can still smell it in here. This was like a pumpkin spice. It was a chunky pumpkin. You could definitely smell the pumpkin, but there was a little bit of pumpkin spice to it. But there's a little bit of a earthy woodiness behind it. It was really good. This sucker threw really good. 10 out of 10. Even beyond 10 out of 10. This was really good. They need to bring some of this old stuff back that really worked. And the fragrances were really good at that time. They were very good fragrances. They were mastered with the blending very well to come up with these kind of type of scents. This could even be used as a spooky scent on Halloween or Halloween Eve or the eve of Halloween. Very good. Or any time through late September into all of October. This is one of those kind of scents, and I really enjoyed it. Not overly woody, but just enough to give it that spooky feel. Yeah, this was a good one. They need to bring this back. Okay? Then I have this one. This came out, oh Jesus, is it probably about 3 or 4, maybe 5 years ago. This came out from Better Homes and Gardens. I was obsessed with this scent. I still am. I still have a few of these. I even bought the candles at the same time in Walmart, just not the wax melts. This is the Better Homes and Gardens Snow Cherry and Macaron. This was with scent notes of cherry, cranberry, champagne, vanilla bean, and macaron. This is when you got the 8. This was a beautiful plaid collection they had out. And this was terrific. It still smells so good in here. It's a nice cherry scent, but it almost has a... I don't smell the macaron. Sometimes I did, sometimes I didn't. Anytime that I melted it. This is a rich cherry scent I wouldn't say it's a cherry tobacco, but it's not a candy cherry. It's a heavy syrupy cherry that almost has a pungentness to it at the same end. Like how when wine is being, like a mulled wine, and it starts taking on that little soury type of a note. It's sweet, but yet soury, pungent, syrupy, very strong, does very well. This is, I went, they need to bring this back. This was a freaking fabulous scent. Love this, and it threw a 10 out of 10, even a little more than a 10 out of 10. Room filling, wandering. This is when you could smell stuff. Today, I don't know what these damn companies are doing other than cutting back on fragrance. Yeah, nice and strong. This was great. I have a friend on Facebook. Her name is Pamela, and she loved this scent just as much as I did. And she also loved the other stuff that came out the same year, but only at fall time, and this was more in the Christmas time. There was the one that was the pumpkin pistachio. It was also 8 cubes. It came in 2 different colors. It came in a rusty orange or a very dark turquoise color, because they also came out that year with the turquoise or rusty orange mercury glass pumpkin wax warmers, and I had both of them. But I also had the waxes to match the colors of the wax warmers. But my friend, she loved, Pamela, my friend, she loved the pumpkin pistachio like me and a lot of other people, and I bought it up everywhere I went. When Christmas came the same year, they had this part of the Christmas collection, and I bought a lot of this. I can tell you, I even had it in variations of different size candles that they had put this in, also in Walmart. Love, love, love this, and I'm so glad I still have some of this. All right, I'm sorry about that. My camera just shut off. So as I was saying, my friend Pamela, she loved this scent just as much as I did. They need to bring this back. This is when even Walmart was teamed up with whoever does actually make these for these. It just says distributed by Walmart. I don't know. But the scents were terrific, and they were throwing terrific. Not that some scents still don't throw fabulous from Walmart. Every now and then you get one that may not throw. But this was a very good collection that year. The fragrances, how they combined them for fall and for Christmas, and they threw, like I'm telling you. Very strong, and also you got multiple days out of it. You know, you really got your money. You got a lot for your money. So, yeah, this was a terrific one. They need to bring it back. Okay, then I have this one. Love this scent. I bought a lot of it this past fall and Christmas. I used a lot of it. This is the Mainstays. As you can still find this if it's, you know, laying around somewhere in your Walmart. Check the website also. This was the Mainstays. This is now, Mainstays has many different cranberry scents. They have the cranberry splash. They have, and Better Homes and Gardens Sensationals also has a lot of cranberry orange. Cranberry orange combos is what I'm talking about. But this one was the cranberry mandarin spice. They put a little spice in it for the holiday time. I'm sorry about that smoke coming here. If you're seeing it on the screen. Hold on just a moment, please, again. Sorry about that. I had an incense going, and I could see it coming past me. All right. I'm filled with fragrance this evening. Okay, so, as I was saying, Mainstays, Better Homes, Gardens, and Sensationals, they all have a sweet cranberry orange year-round. A sweet one. And then when the holidays come in, they take the same cranberry orange, but they put some spices with it to give it another twist. I love it any which way it comes. Sweet, or even spicy during holiday time. So this was during this past holiday. This was also on some candles. The cranberry mandarin spice, which is scent notes of citrus, cranberry, and spice. The spice, this is a very good thrower too. Fabulous thrower for a mainstay. Very, very good. 10 out of 10. I bought a lot. I used a lot. Still have a few. This is a sweet cranberry. Also a very sweet orange. Almost candy essence. And the spice is a tiny bit of clove. I'm not really big on clove standing alone, but if it's mixed in there with some other stuff, I can tolerate it. But there is a cinnamon in here. And there's that sugar again. You know, sugar and spice, sugar and spice, sugar and cinnamon. When you mix sugar and cinnamon together, that's what you're getting from this. And it's bordering a little bit on red hot cinnamon also. Bakery and red hot. This is so freaking good. Yes, it's a holiday scent. But you can use this all year long if you are not a seasonal burner, which I'm not. I melt whatever I want, whenever I want. It could be 90 degrees, 100 and some degrees outside, and I'll put this on because I like it. It's spicy but sweet. Really, really good. Very strong. Very, very strong in the package, very strong when going, and it goes for hours too. You get more than your money with this particular scent. Love it, love it, love it. Love it. Okay, then I have, oh, here's two of them. There might even be more in here. Really like this. Love it so much. I don't get any greenery from this. It's just sugar and spice and juiciness. Sweet orange, sweet cranberry. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, people. This is a good blender with the one that was also out, which was the acorn, chestnut and acorn one. Blend a little of that with that. What an explosion. What a fabulous combination. Whether you put them actually together in the same burner, or you put some of this in one burner and the other one in another burner, and they're side by side, and as they're going, they incorporate into each other that way too. It doesn't matter. This was good, and so is the chestnut and acorn one. But that was by Better Homes and Gardens, and I got lots of that left too. Okay, this one here was from the Black Friday story. Was it this past Christmas or a couple Christmases ago? I think a couple. I bought a load of these. I bought these blind because they were first on the internet. They weren't sure if they were going to put them in the stores, but they ended up putting them in stores. This was the $1 Black Friday Black Label deal. They need to do that again too. This here is the Sensationals Warm Cottage, My Own Fairy Tale. I love the label on there. I love that label of being in a cottage, and then there's the bed and the big thirsty quilt that's on it, and some fairy lights in the back by the pillows. Love this. This was another great fabric scent. I have more of these left. I used a lot, but I bought extras when I seen them in the stores, and they were still $1. I loaded up on this scent. This has that, it has that cabin smell of wood. But yet there's a very strong perfume in here that comes off powdery, but yet citrusy. It smells of a very nice perfume a lady would be wearing with the lumber smell of the cabin. This is very strong inside here. It is super when it's strong. It is a 10 plus out of 10 when warmed. And it doesn't matter what source if you use tea light, bowl warmer, hot plate. It don't make a difference. This is an hour, and it fills up the room. It leaves, it wanders out the room. It clings to you. It smells really freaking good, and it goes for days and days and days without having to, change the wax out. 2 cubes will go. Oh my God, you can go almost an entire week with this in your warmer before it'll start to slowly dwindle down. This was another great fragrance, but it was listed under the wood category. But it's perfumey, very nice perfume. A powderiness, that woody lumberness. There's something here that almost smells like, I wouldn't say wine, maybe wine, but I don't think so. I think more champagne. There's an alcohol note to this that smells like somebody was celebrating with champagne. And it's not a grapefruit to give it that feel. Sometimes they use grapefruit scents to replicate champagne. No, this is not grapefruit. This is a true alcohol-y beverage. No. Yeah, this smells luxurious. This is fabulous. I'm so glad, even though I bought it blindly at first, then when I found out the wax melts were going to still be in the store for $1, yeah, I was searching those bins for lots of this. Really, really like it. I haven't smelled anything like this from any other kind of companies. Not that I'm a big vendor buyer, because I'm not, but I have had people send me boxes of wax melt through the mail from random act of kindnesses, and all different, categories of scents from wax. But I've never smelled anything like this until this year when they made this. This is really good. Really, really good and long-lasting and very filling and clingy. Love that scent. Okay? Then this was another one that was this past Christmas, when they had so many different companies that made wax for Walmart for this past Christmas, just not Better Homes and Gardens and Sensationals, and they had the Black Paper Party stuff in there, the MVP stuff in there. They had all. I bought a variety of everything throughout the weeks leading up to physical Christmas. I bought so much from so many different companies. I used it. I didn't want to miss out on anything. But there was a lot that I really enjoyed. There was some I didn't care for after I got them. There was some I was a little disappointed in. But this one, hell yeah, this one sold me. First, I smelled this in the store. I went wacko over this. I went everywhere that I could possibly go to another Walmart, other Walmarts out of my area. This was bought up in my Walmart. There was no more after I bought some, and some other people got it before I did, but I took the remainder, and it was not replaced. After that, I went to other Walmarts hunting this down, and I bought it up in a lot of other stores too. I still have quite a bit. This is another unique scent. This is kind of like the one I just showed you. This is unique. It's unique, but it is one of the best scents they ever put out in that family of scent. This one too, Sensationals, Berries, and Pine is the scent notes. I didn't get the pine. I didn't get too much of the berry either, but it's called Nordic Sleigh, and it's got the dog races on there, okay? This was listed under the fruit category, but I do not smell pine because I hate the smell of pine. And I did not get berries, but let me tell you what I did get. I got a nice, sweet orange from this. I got a sweet orange like a mandarin orange. About midway. I'm trying my best to describe this to you. About midway in your initial sniffing, whether it's warming or whether it's cold, about midway is where you smell that sweet orange. what you first smell and continue to smell is this clean, fresh, oxygenized air type of a scent. It's the cleanest, crispest scent I've ever smelled in my life, with just a tiny little bit of a sweet mandarin orange, just to add a little something. This is not minty. This is not pine like they're saying it is. Maybe the berries is what's adding to that sweetness, but not in the way you normally see berry scents. This is coming off a little orangey. The most powerful scent you're getting from this is that clean, fresh, oxygenized air smell. I love this. And does this throw good? Hell yeah. This is another one that's a 10 plus in throw. I don't think you need to use this just for holiday time, leading up to Thanksgiving, leading up to Christmas, through that time. I hope they bring something like this back, if not the same thing this coming year in Walmart, because I will be there buying trays of it. I'm trying to use what I have left sparingly, because I'd love to burn this every day. But I only have a few left because I went through tons of it. I really enjoyed this. I don't think this screams holiday. It, though it came up a lot, I think you can use this anytime. And I do use it anytime. But I'm really trying to limit the last of what I have. If I know Walmart is definitely bringing this back, I wouldn't mind using what I have left, because then I could replace it. I'm hoping to replace it. I hope they bring this back. Fingers crossed, toes crossed. Yeah, even ears crisscrossed. I love this scent, people. So clean and fresh, and just a tiny little hint of like a sweet mandarin. But no pine and no berries. I don't get pine or berries. Really like this. Okay. Then I have this one, which came out many times in Walmart. It even made a return this past year. This is the Sensationals Pastel di Tres Leche, I guess is how it's pronounced. This is from the Day of the Dead collection. This one always returns. Why? Because it's a fabulous scent. Why? A lot of people buy it up. Why? A lot of people enjoy this one. This one smells exactly the way that cake smells right there. The way that cake looks. It's a nice, sweet vanilla, but you get the cake smell of it. You get that cakiness. It is not like birthday cake. It is not like birthday cupcakes. It's not like that. It's just a regular cake with the frosting, not too over embellished. It's a nice vanilla, but you smell the cake. You definitely get that cake note. This one also throws really good. And when it's warming, I swear to God, you can smell almost a white powdered sugar smell coming off of this just the same. It is not a birthday cake scent. It's more cakey. Really love it. It's the actual cake. It's not overly sweet on the frosting like other birthday cake scents are, or cupcake scents are, where you get a lot more of the frosting. This you get more of the cake and just enough sweetness, but not overkill. Yeah, and this one is in the bakery category. This one throws great too. This is definitely a 9.5. Might as well say a 10 out of 10 in throw. And it's delightful. Love this one. I'm not big on a lot of the Day of the Dead stuff. I talked about that in way back videos. I only buy the bakery ones or a nice fruity scent. I don't go for all those other categories of scents that they bring out under the Day of Dead collection. I don't go for that other stuff. I don't go for the heavy perfuminess, the heavy woodiness, smokiness. No, just the fruit and the bakery kind of stuff is what I'll buy. So this one's a fabulous one, and it returns. I'm sure it's going to return this October also Day of the Dead, and yeah. So if you haven't tried this one, look for it this year. Okay. This one here is what I just purchased a few of them some days ago, and I already am using them. This is the not Sensationals. This is Better Homes and Gardens. I mean, Mainstays. Oh my God, people. This is Mainstays. This is the peach and mango. It's been here for years already. It's in wax melts. It's in every candle formulation they have made it in. Still really enjoy this. This here is the peach, mango, and lang lang. I don't get no lang lang, and that's fine with me. I get a lot more peach. I get some mango. Other people say they smell more mango and less peach. I smell sweet peaches coming right out of a glass jar of Del Monte or any version of somebody's canned peaches in light syrup or heavy syrup. That's sweetness. Yes. Love it. I can smell the mango, but I smell the peach more. That's just my personal thought. That's why I love it so much. It smells like juicy peaches in a can. A little bit of mango. I don't get any lang lang. But heavy, juicy, wet, syrupy peaches with a mound of whipped cream on them. Yep. Love it. Throw on this here for me. I'd say it's about an 8.5. This lasts forever. Or, extended time like some other wax melts have that I've told you about. No, this is probably about the average, average time. Probably 6 hours, maybe 7. And I usually put 2 pieces together to equivalent to one normal standard size cube. But for $1.10, I'm happy. Yeah, oh God, I love to smell the peaches, people. I love to eat peaches. And I just want to throw this question out there. If you are a peach lover like me, when you're consuming peaches and not in the can, when you buy the fresh peaches from a farmer's stand or when the supermarkets have them in season, do you like the yellow clean peaches more or do you like the white peach more? Leave that down in the comments because I love both of them. But when I know I can get white peaches, yeah, I grab them too. I don't always get the regular peaches, and I love plum, people. Oh, do I love plums. I love, love, love plums. In season, and I can't even find plums in a can anymore. I remember plums being in a can with the syrup and everything. I used to eat them when I was a kid growing up, but I can't find them in the cans anymore. My supermarkets and my Walmart don't carry anything like that anymore. I know some other Walmarts might because it's a regional thing of that. But yeah, let me know what you think about plums. I don't like the dried stuff, the dehydrated things like dehydrated apricots. I like apricots fresh. I don't like the dehydrated. My husband likes them dehydrated. I don't like the prune when the plum turns to the prune. I don't go for that either. I do like dates, but let me know what you think about the peaches. If you like yellow or white ones or both, and let me know what you think about plum. I love the smell of sugar plum, people. Oh yeah, Christmas time, air spray, air. Oh my God, I can't even talk. Aerosol sprays that are sugar plum scented, or candles, or wax melts. Oh yeah. Yankee Candle, yes. And Village Candle had one. They have a ballerina on it for years. They might have changed her on the label or not. Village Candles, sugar plum, and Yankee Candles. Yep, love that scent. But I really like to eat fresh plums too. Okay, just thought I'd throw it in there. All right, this one here, I loved it when it first made its debut a couple years ago in wax melt. Every kind of candle form Walmart could shove it in, and they still have it, even in the candles. Loved this scent. I bought lots of it. I used lots of it. Wax melt candles, and variation of candles and wicks that went with the different kinds of candles. Still really enjoy this scent. This is the Better Homes and Gardens Lavender and Lemonade. Hell yeah, this is a beast. I love this scent. It is lemon, sugar, pineapple water, lavender, melon, and vanilla. Now, I do not like straight up lavender. I've discussed this. But when it has all this other stuff in it, like lemons and vanilla, then I can tolerate the lavender. But this lavender does not smell antique-y. It does not smell like a musky attic or a musky cellar. It doesn't smell like you get a bouquet of lavender, and as you're putting it in a vase or something, and then when it's getting dried out, you tie the stems together and you hang it upside down to let it dry out more, and then I can't take that kind of lavender. This lavender is different. This lavender mixed with the lemon, it gives it a sweetness, but yet a puckeriness, a twanginess. It's not that harsh lavender. It's not that. This is different. I like this one. I love it a lot. You can mix other stuff with it. I don't. I use it straight up. This is another one. It is loud. It is definitely a 9 or 10 out of 10. Filling, traveling, clinging. People love watermelon lemonade. Well, lavender lemonade is also good. And you can actually make lavender lemonade, to drink. And see how the lemons are sugar? They have sugar over them, scattered. You smell all that in here. And this is a strong one. Oh my God, I love this scent. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, then I have this one. It's my last pack. It's all gone. This is the Better Homes and Gardens Blue Harbor Cove. This smelled of clean, fresh marine water. Not ocean, not sea salt, not by the pool. I love that fragrance also. Can't wait to see it this year again. This was different. This is a different kind of clean, fresh marine water smell. Not heavy man cologniness in any way. You do smell the coconut in this too. It's coconut and real fresh, crystal clear, watery smell. It has a little bit of marineness to it. Super strong, did well. The color used to be a very dark, inky blue shade. Very good. I wish this one would come back too. This really smells... Excuse me, I have the hiccups now. This smelled really good. It smells kind of beachy in a way. Even though it looks like they're at, I don't know, possibly a lake. They're sitting on some boat right there. A wooden type boat with the 2 coconuts. Yeah. Definitely a nice summer scent, but you can use this all along and forget that it's winter outside if you're a person like me who hates winter, but really good. Throw on this was excellent. Definitely a 9 or 10 out of 10. Love it. Wish I had more of this. Oh, loved it. Loved it. I need to bring that one back too. Okay, I actually have 2 of the Frosted Vanilla from the Huntington Homes. Used up 2 of them. Tell you people, you see this scent come holiday time, grab it. It's really good. Super strong. Oh my God, I love this. I could sit and sniff this all day long. That's how good that scent is. Alright. Then, this one is out in Walmart stores. This one is the Mainstays Cabana Fiesta. This one is citrus, melon, and dragon fruit. And used it all up. This smells like a fruity drink, but they're saying melon, citrus, and dragon fruit. I don't smell dragon fruit, and I love the scent of dragon fruit in fragrance. I'm getting melon. I would say a honeydew. Definitely not cantaloupe. Some citrus, but I'm getting a mango smell along with that melon. And I'm getting that clean, watery dewiness, but not salty, but not coconutty either. It's a water note, but it is a floral that's giving it that water note smell. Something like something dewy. You know how the dew is outside when you get a summer or a springtime rain shower, and you can smell the oils because of the dew on the petals of the flowers and the leaves, and the sunshine is trying to come back out. It's some kind of floral that creates that dewy wateriness. Maybe something like a lotus flower. It's very strong, and it's a good thrower. But you get fruity and water and a slight floralness, like I'm saying. Something like a lotus flower, possibly. I wouldn't necessarily say lily of the valley, because that's what I'm thinking, but it's not that. And you do get that melon scent. But I'm smelling mango in there too. And some citrusiness. This is a pretty good one. 2 pieces or even 3. Goes for hours. Room filling, strong. It's really strong in here too. It's very strong here. You can feel it just opening your sinuses. This scent. It's watery and florally, but yet fruity. But exotic fruit, like a mango, not a peach or anything else. And definitely like a honeydew melon. But I can't smell the dragon fruit, because I'd recognize dragon fruit right away. But yeah, this is another one. I'd say to throw on this is 8 3/4 out of 10. And it goes. I'd say you can probably get at least a good 8 or 10 hours before needing to either add some more or change it out altogether, however you want to do it. Whether you're using a tea light warmer or whether you're using a bulb or a hot plate. Yeah, this is a pretty potent one here too. Alright, then we have this one, which is also out. It's been out for a couple years already. And it comes in the wax melts, but it also comes in many formulations of the different kinds of candles and the wicks they use for the candles. This is the Mainstays Papaya Passion. This is another strong one. This is papaya, passion fruit, and coconut. And it also has that fruity hurricane glass beverage. And this one has it too, but it's right on the very edge there of it. Everything with the hurricane glasses. With the fancy straws, the fancy umbrellas, and everything. This is another strong one. You definitely get that papaya. You get some mango in here. You get some pineapple in here. A little bit of floral. It could be an orchid. There's a little bit of wateriness, but the fruit, the mango and the papaya are very ripe, and very strong. There's almost a little bit of a sourness and a little pepperiness to this, because that's the way it's made. And then the pineapple being very sour. It's not a sweet pineapple. It's a sour pineapple. Super duper strong. Also, opens your sinuses right up. This is another one. This is at least a 9, if not a 10 out of throw. And it goes for some time. 2 pieces, even 3 pieces. It just goes and goes and goes. Just keep adding new tea lights. You don't need to really change out the fragrance unless you want to, or add more if your dish is big enough to hold it. But this is a good one. You get more than your $1.10 for this, let me tell you. It's another great one. All right, then I have this. This is from Harry Slacken. This was from the Dollar General. He came out with some candles and wax melts a few months ago, putting his name on them, and then ending up in the Dollar General, of all places. Harry Slacken, he is really lowering his standards, let me tell you, to end up in the Dollar General. I love shopping down there, but he's stooping that damn low for business. There was, I think, 8 or 10 fragrances that came out. Wax melts, small candles, and then a little bit bigger candle was the setup for this 8 or 10 cents. 10 cents. Not cents meaning money, cents meaning smell. These were $3 a piece. These here were called the Club 92 Slacken & Co. line, is what they called this. And this was the Very Vanilla Cupcake, 10-pack scented wax melts infused with essential oils. They were 2.3 ounces. And on the back, I hope my camera is getting this. If I open it, maybe it'll be better. Right here you got a 9 and a 2 that's in the tray. And then it says CLUB, Club, and then Club again, and then 92, 9 and 2. This is on the outside, it's on the inside, and of course, when the wax was poured, it made that embezzling into the wax. I can't smell a shitting thing in here. I can't smell anything. When the wax was in there, it did smell like a vanilla cupcake with buttercream frosting. But the problem was, I put one piece in a warmer, a tea light warmer, your hottest source of heat. I put one in, I barely smelled anything. I put 2 in, still couldn't smell anything. Put 3 in, still couldn't smell anything. Put 4 in, that was it. That was drawing the line. These 2 pieces would be equivalent to one standard size, so it would be 2 complete full cubes of wax using these, smaller compartments, even though they're saying to get the 10. I could not smell this stuff, people. Could not smell in the wax melts. I had this, and I had the apple one, and I bought the mango something or other it was in the larger of the 2 candle sizes. Couldn't smell that either. Did not throw. Harry was pulling a fast one, is what I would say. He knew these weren't going to throw. He knew when he put them in the Dollar General stores, they were not going to throw. He made money on people, deceiving people that, Harry Slacken. Why else would he have gone to the Dollar General? He knew that it wasn't going to send up homes, but he still made a little profit off of everyone. So no, don't be fooled for this, because his higher line stuff doesn't even throw that great either. I had bought his candles that were in Kohl's department stores, and then he's on QVC and this and that, blah, blah, blah. I bought the next line up that was in Kohl's stores, and I couldn't get nothing off those either. In the glass jewel, fancy little candle holders, they were shaped like octagon shape in a way, or more than octagon. Nice heavy vessel. The wax was dyed to match the color of the jars. I couldn't get nothing off of them. I'll never buy anything of Harry Slacken's again. Not even from the Dollar General. This was a joke. It was a complete joke. He just made money on people. And people didn't get nothing from this, or even the line in Kohl's. God knows what the QVC store. I was not going to go order from them yet and then be disappointed. No, Harry Slotkin, he can talk a big talk, but his products, I don't believe they throw well. There are so many people that convince themselves that his stuff is terrific. No, garbage. Garbage. Okay? That takes care of that. All right, this is from a few years back, probably 4 or 5, maybe 6 years. This was in Aldi's. This is when things threw too. This was from the Huntington home. It was one of 4 wax melt combinations out. They had a floral one. They had 3 different scents in the compartments, and I can't remember what the other 2 were, but this was part of that same collection. This here was the Day at the Fair from Huntington Homes. Very cute label on there. But you had gotten 4 pieces of 1 cent, 4 of the next, and 4 of the next. This was sweet watermelon, and then coconut vanilla waffle cone, and churro funnel cake. 2.51 ounces. So you got 4 of the sweet watermelon, 4 of the coconut vanilla waffle cone, and then 4 of the churro vanilla. You can use them any way and combine them any way you want it. And this was really good. I bought a shitload of this when I seen it in the Aldi that morning when I went in. Boom, it wasn't even touched by anyone yet. I bought this entire fragrance out in the store from the trays. Then I went to another Aldi's and I bought more of it. And I bought tons of this. Oh, and there was a Cabana one. That was one of the other ones. I bought this and the Cabana in 2 different Aldi's. I bought it out. Still have plenty of this left and still have the Cabana one left. Both of these I thought was terrific. They were really, really good. On scent, they threw very well. This is when they made things better. They weren't cutting back on stuff, like fragrance and everything. So was this one, the Cabana one, the one with all the flowers? It was something flower retreat or something or other, or flower revitalizing something. It had like florals, 3 different florals in it. That wasn't my jag. And the last one, I think it had to do with a nature walk with like the smell of like trees and leafy stuff that, when you go on a nature walk. But I wasn't interested in the floral thing or the nature walk. I went for this one and the Cabana one, which was coconut and some kind of sunscreen and some kind of other watery type of a note. They were the 2. I bought them up in 2 different Aldi's. But this stuff threw back then. I can still smell this in here. I can still smell it. This is where the watermelon one was. The watermelon was not candy essence, but it didn't smell anything like Better Homes and Gardens or Sensationals that we just discussed. It wasn't that kind of watermelon either. It wasn't candy-like, but it wasn't fresh. It was just a nice watermelon smell. In the middle is where the vanilla coconut cone, vanilla, what was it called again? Coconut vanilla waffle cone. That was right here. You get vanilla, but you get a waffle cone smell and a slight bit of vanilla. And the last compartment down here, this is where the churros funnel cake was. It smelled like cinnamon sugar, sweeter and not so spicier, and a little bit of a doughy pastry part. Really like this. I wish they'd bring this one back. Really like that one a lot. Threw very well and lasted more than 1 4-hour tea light, more than 1 6-hour tea light without needing to change the wax. Terrific. Okay. Then I have this one. This is also out in Walmart's right now. I bought it a few times, right? I didn't go wacko in buying it, like buying abundance. I bought 1 or 2 in one trip. I bought another 1 or 2 some other trip later. I'm not sold on it. That's why I didn't buy an abundance of it. But this is the Sensationals Tiki Time. This one here is showing a glass, clear glass, tiki glass, with a beverage in and some kind of exotic fruits on the top of it, and some kind of, I don't know if the glass is painted that way or there's something on top of the beverage before the actual fruit. You see, it's a clear glass, tiki glass face, beverage glass. I'm not sure if this is foam or something. I'm not really sure. And then there's different fruit and some kind of nut there. But anyway, this is in a dark colored wax. It's a very dark red, kind of like the border. This one here, it is fruity. It's tropically. It's not like regular everyday red fruit punch smell. It's not that way. It's more the tropical juices again. There's something pungent in here that comes off. It's an exotic fruit. Something like a mango again. Very pungent. It's not papaya, it's mango. It's a very heavy, fuzzy, sharp, exotic fruit scent. It's got to be mango. It's very heavy. A little bit of pineapple. Again, the pineapple is just bordering to sweetness. Tangy and tart. I smell a tiny smidge of coconut in here. It's very strong and pungent and bittery. Tropicalness. Not as sweet. It is quite strong. They do have listed for the fruit category. I like it, but then I don't like it. It's one of those scents, you either like it or you don't. It's very heavy. It's just a little too much tropical because of the mango. The mango and the borderline sweet pineapple, they take over. And when they're going together, it comes off like spiciness. When the pineapple and the mango mix together, it's just way too much. It is strong in here, very strong. Definitely opens your sinuses too. When warming it, it's also very strong. At least a 9 out of 10. I like it, but then I don't like it. Once in a while, melting it, but not too much. This is not something I can melt there all the time. It's just a little too heavy on the selection of the tropical fruits they're using. It's just, they come off soury and spicy, and it's that mango and pineapple combination. Though, that's that one. Then we have, changing gears, a fall scent again. I love this scent. I bought so much of it in the past few months and weeks. I was melting it a lot, even though, it is fall geared, but I melt whatever I want whenever I want. This is the sensational. This is the Better Homes and Gardens banana and pumpkin bread. Man, oh man. The best of both worlds, banana bread and pumpkin bread together. This is very good. This is pumpkin. You do smell pumpkin. Now I'm saying pumpkin and only pumpkin. You do smell pumpkin. You do smell the sweet honeyness. You do smell the cinnamon. You smell the banana bread. You get that brown sugar smell. You get that vanilla bean. And you get that caramel. And they are all the scent notes in it right there. But it is the best of both worlds. Banana bread and pumpkin bread together. The cinnamon is just a nice bakery cinnamon. It's not a red hot cinnamon. It is sweet. It is gooey. It smells like bananas that are ripe. Okay? Not underripe bananas. It smells like bananas that are ripe. You do get that honey and that brown sugar, and you get that pumpkin note. It's not pumpkin spice, it's just pumpkin. Oh my God, this smells, people, I'm telling you, if you warm this every morning, when you get, if you're one of these people that rises at 4, 4:30, 5, 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, and you have your coffee, whether you're heading out to work, or if you are a home, a retiree, or you're a wife that's a stay-at-home mom, where you put this on first thing in the morning, and sit down and have yourself your favorite coffee or your favorite cup of tea, and you're reading the newspaper or whatever before you get into the rest of your day, and you light this, and you have a tea light warmer on your counter or your stove top, wherever you put one, or if you have an electric hot plate warmer, bulb warmer, man, what a great way to start your morning. This smells good. And let it go all day while you go about the rest of your business. And when your husband or boyfriend or friends, if you're widowed or whatever, and even if you're not widowed, and because they're going to think you were baking all day. This smells terrific. It does wander. It is strong, and it is sweet. Oh my God, I can smell that ripe banana smell. And that pumpkin coming right together. It's a marriage. It's a marriage made in heaven, like this. This is fabulous. One time I went into Walmart. I bought 5 packs of it, and they were banded. They didn't even take the bands off them yet. It's like a plastic band. They're grouped in 5s. I love this, people. I love it. I got to get more of it when I go to Walmart. Oh my God, it just doesn't scream holiday time. This screams all year round. It's that sweet banana bread, pumpkin-y smell. It's so freaking good, people. 10 out of 10. Yep, get yourself some. Love that fragrance. Okay, then we have, hold on just a moment. I need to get a sip. My mouth's getting dry again. A little iced tea. Okay. Okay, then we have this now. Some Walmarts you could still find this. If they're not cleaned out. You may be able to get this online. This here is called Glow. It is vanilla, pear, and coconut. It's soy blended wax melts. They're always white. There's a whole line of this stuff. And every wax melt is white. An off-white. Just barely turning cream. There are so many different fragrances to this whole line. But this one is called Glow. This is called the Allswell brand. It's made for Walmart stores. This is manufactured by B&B. I can't read the rest of it. It's so freaking small. Acquisitions, I think it says. Anyway, these are soy, and it's the scent Glow. Now, I do not know what the perfume Glow by Jennifer Lopez smells like, because I'm not into wearing perfumes. I might buy body spray once in a while. And of course deodorant, but I'm not into collecting perfumes or wearing all these latest perfumes. This might smell like her fragrance, but I can't say for sure because I don't know what that really smells like. All I can tell you is what this smells like. This is quite strong. These do fairly well. They are soy. They're a little messy and soft. You definitely get the pear, and you definitely get coconut, and you definitely get vanilla. But there's something in here that gives it just a slight little woodiness to it, and something that's giving it a citrusy. Now, this is a more mature scent. This isn't some little girly fragrance, okay? This is a more mature scent, and I would definitely say that the warm cottage that I was talking about, this is super strong in how I described it. This is a damn good dupe for it. This Glow by Allswell. This is a perfect dupe in strength and in the scents that make up the scent. They smell very close. Very super strong. Very strong. You can taste this on the back of your throat before warming it and while warming it. I would say they're very close to each other in fragrance. So, like I said, this was part of a Black Friday $1 Black Label Black Friday couple Christmas ago. This smells very close to it. Very, very close. Very. Super strong to it. It actually makes your nose hurt when it's going, when you're breathing it up. That's what I mean. It's so strong. But warming it, it's even stronger. You can taste it on the back of your throat. Yep. They smell very much alike. Yeah. It's a good dupe. They're, this duping this or this duping that. Either way. Either one of them. Super strong. Super, super strong on cold. Magnified 10 times more when warming. I'm giving you the warning on it. I'm not kidding. This stuff is strong and wicked. Okay? So that takes care of that. And then, this is an all-time favorite. It's been around for a long time in Walmart. I don't think it's ever going to go away, and I don't want it to go away, and neither does a lot of other people. This is the Better Homes and Gardens Vanilla and Cookie Crunch. Shortbread cookie, buttercream, and vanilla. And it does come in the value size, too. And this smells exactly as pictured. It smells like vanilla cookies with the vanilla icing. Kind of like Golden Oreos, or anybody that had made cookies before the Golden Oreo in the vanilla sandwich cookies. Yeah, it smells exactly like shortbread cookies with vanilla icing. This is so good by itself. It's super strong. It's delightful. I don't know anybody who wouldn't like this. This can also be used with fruit scents. This could be used with cranberries, oranges. You can put a holly berry or an evergreen scent mixed with this for Christmas time. Hell yeah. Vanilla Cookie Crunch. You can't go wrong. Love it. Great throw on this. Very great throw. I would say definitely a 9 out of 10. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. All right. Then we have this one. Oh my God, I must have bought this about, let me see, 5 years ago. Not too long after I moved into this home. I got these in the grocery store that carries these only during the holiday time. Do not carry this stuff any other time of the year. The grocery store. This is not Walmart. This is a locally owned grocery store. They get a few of these wax melts, between leading up to Thanksgiving, up to Christmas, New Year. But when they're gone, they're gone. They only get a certain amount, a few trays of each scent that they choose, and they might get a medium-sized candle also in these scents. They don't buy in a bunch because they don't want to be sitting around, waiting for them to be sold if they were not to be sold. They usually sell for more money on the website, but at the grocery store I'm speaking of, they sell them 2 for $5 on the Wax Melts. This is the Tuscany brand. This is the Farmhouse Fall Collection. I like these labels because they look antique. They look like they were tea stained on here. This was the scent Pistachio Macaron. It was soy blended wax, which contained essential oils. Of course, this collection has that tea stained feel to the label. It has like that old country farmhouse feel. It almost feels grainy when you rub your hands over it. It's almost like you can feel like the grains in it up the, like the way a tree has, the grains. Not when you slice the tree open and you see the rings, the grains on the outside. That's how this label feels. There's a texture to this, but it's that old farmhouse type of a feel. But all of the wax melts in this particular collection called the Farmhouse Fall Collection, all the waxes were pure white in soy. Did they do okay? This does smell like pistachio macaron, the regular fragrance that almost everybody makes, including vendors. It's a nice scent. It threw, I'd say, half decent. I'd say it was at least a 7 3/4. Not quite an 8, but close enough. It was nice. I really enjoyed this one. Don't know if it's going to come back again under this line or another line. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see till fall time. But this was really, really good. I also had an apple dumpling with this, and I also had an apple cider one, and I had a pumpkin stuff. I bought 4 different ones, but there was a couple more fragrances. But yeah, not too bad. Not for $2.50. I can still smell it in here. Does it smell like Yankee Candle's vanilla pistachio, or what was it called? Vanilla pistachio crunch? No, it has a different type of a pistachio scent in this one, but still nice. Yeah, this was pretty. Not bad for a Tuscany, because some Tuscanies, they don't work. They don't throw, whether it's wax melts or any version of their candles. But these ones did. They, honest to God, did. That's why I keep sniffing it. I can still smell the fragrance in here without a problem. This was nice. Okay, then we have this one. I found another one of these lagging around, so I thought, let me just use it, but it was torture. This, I do not care for this scent. It smells like Play-Doh to me. Maybe your nose is different, your sense of smell is different. I got Play-Doh with this, and I got hairspray with this. This here, I'm sure this is the last one now. There's no more to be found in this house. I didn't buy an abundance of them, but I tried one, about only one, when it first came out. One stinking clamshell. I brought it home. Oh my God, I thought somebody had several cans of hairspray going. I waited some time. I went to another Walmart many, many weeks later, out of town. I smelled it in there. It smelled different. When I brought it home, it smelled a little different. But I still keep getting that hairspray smell. I don't know why. It's got to be the sugar note that they're using in here, mixing with the berries. And it's not mixing too well to my nose. It's coming off like somebody spraying hairspray. This was the Sensationals Sweet Berry Cupcake. Fluffy and frosted. I had high hopes for this, but no. No matter how many times I smell, if I was to bring more here, I'm never going to smell sweet berries and cupcake. I'm going to keep getting that hairspray note. Oh, the hamster's making noise. I was wondering what that noise was. This is in the bakery category, but I was disappointed with this one. Whew. It smells like aerosol hairspray to me. I'm sorry, people. Maybe it smells better to your nose, but not mine. Is it strong? Yeah, but I don't smell berries or cupcake. I smell hairspray. So it is strong, but maybe you'll have better luck with it, or you already had better luck with it. I want to like this so much, and I just can't. I even hate to open the package. Phew, it smells like hairspray. To me, it smells like hairspray. Terrible. Okay, then... Phew, this one was from this past October. This was part of the Halloween in Walmart under the Sensationals. This was the Ghouls Night Out Sparkling Fruits. I really like that label. The masquerade with the feathers and everything. This was a fruit scent under the fruit category. I still have a number of these left. I bought a lot in my local one. Went to some other Walmarts, out of town on weekends, and I bought more in there. So that's why I have an abundance of this one. This smells like a real good freaking strawberry scent, mixed with some other kinds of fruits and some kind of champagne note. It's something very sweet, a very sweet, sweet sugariness. Oh, this was so good. I bought a lot of it. Still have more. I'm in no hurry to use it because I don't know if this is going to return this fall. I hope it does. I really like this one. This was like my favorite out of the entire collection, the Halloween collection that they had from Sensationals. I love this one. I know a lot of other people liked it too once they tried it. Oh, I can smell in that package. It just smells so good, people. So, so, so good. Throw on this was definitely an 8.5 out of 10. Loved it. Okay, let's see here what we got in the bag yet. Oh, this was another one. This was from a different collection, though. A following year in Aldi's under Huntington Homes. I have a few of these ones left, but it was a year later in a different collection. This was the Huntington Homes Key Lime Pie Cake Pop. Each of these areas, you got 4 pieces of 1 cent for the next and for the next. The scents were Key West Key Lime was up top, crumble cake was in the middle, and white chocolate frosting was on the bottom. So it was a key lime color up here. Then it was a yellow, a nice bright yellow, and then an actual white for the chocolate, white chocolate one. The crumble cake was the yellow color. This smelled freaking good. I have a few of these around. I bought a lot of these. I also went to more than one Aldi stocking up on these for the week when they appeared in the stores. This is so good. Independently, all combined together, a piece of each one, or any combinations you wanted to make. You got 12 pieces to do what you wanted with this. I could still smell it in here. Oh, this is where, right up top where I just first said, this is where the West Key Lime scent was. Oh, and in the middle was the cake part. Crumble cake. It smelled like a cake with just a little hint of cinnamon to it, though you have all the key lime part here. And the last compartment with the 4 pieces, it was white chocolate. Not milk chocolate, not dark chocolate, white chocolate. A very good, expensive white chocolate smell, not a cheap one. Yeah, you get that key lime, the frosting of the white chocolate, but the cake has a tiny little bit of a cinnamon in it. A bakery cinnamon. Oh, when this was going, man, people, this was mouth-watering. It was mouth-watering. It was filling the room up. I have several of these, but it was a year later in a different collection. Aldi, if you're listening, Huntington Homes, if you're listening, bring this back in the Aldi stores. It was terrific. Love it. I wouldn't mind this even in a 3-wick candle if it threw in that way. It did with the wax melts. Terrific, terrific. I was sold on this. My friend Pamela, who I just mentioned, she also loved this. She bought a boatload, like I did, of this sentence, of this fragrance. Now, I've had the Goose Creek Key Lime Cake Pop Goose Creek thing. I can't get it to throw. I had it in candle. I had it in wax melt many times. Even my husband has his own wax melt warmer in the front room of the house over there. He has wax melts. He couldn't get nothing off Goose Creek either. I don't know what the hell that story's all about. Or again, are people convincing themselves that they're smelling this stuff? Because I bought in Walmart and I can't smell a shitting thing. 3-wick candles or wax melts. I cannot smell nothing by Goose Creek. It's impossible. More downers than uppers in scent. So, no. But this one from Huntington, oh yeah, this was a winner. Okay, then we have another one of the berry lemonade ones. There's 2 of these. There's the one I showed you before. There's 2. Went through that. Also, another one of the vanilla orchids. I had showed you that in the beginning. Did I show you 2 of those? These are upside down. Here. I don't know if I showed you 1 or 2 of them. I'm looking here. I must have showed you 1. Well, here I went through 2, but I see another one. So there's 2 of it, and here's 3 of it. I went through 3 of this. This smells so pretty. Okay? Then I have, let me see if I can get them all in the picture. Let's see here. It says there's 2 here. This is another one I love. This is another great scent. Love it. This is the Better Homes and Gardens Rose Water and Coconut Milk. I call this the cousin to the one I just showed you, which was the Vanilla Orchid. This is pretty. This is its cousin. This is a little stronger, just a little bit more stronger, more berry-ish, more mulled wine kind of, with some floral, and the pistachio and the peonies. Love this one. The coconut, I'm not sure if I'm getting the coconut in there, but I'm sure I'll get everything else. Love this one. I've bought it many times. I've used it many times. Repurchased it many times. Love it, love it, love it. You can find this in Walmart. You got that signature pistachio scent that everybody, loves, or all vendors use it, and non-vendor companies use this pistachio. But you get a rich combination of berries that are kind of a little on the tart, soury side, like the mulled wine, like I'm telling you. I can't smell that coconut milk. I do get the peony and the rose water note with this. Love this. This is another one. Fabulous. Great throw on this. 9 out of 10. Love it, love it, love it. Room filling for sure. Lasts too. It doesn't putter out like after 1 tea light. Or if you're using a bowl warmer, you can shut it off and then, return it on at your convenience and it'll go. Yeah, this is a nice strong one. Love it. That's why I bought so much of it and used so much of it and repurchased. Love it. Okay, I noticed in my bag here, let me see here, unless I'm seeing things. Hold on a minute. No, I'm not seeing things. I actually have 2 of the Huntington Home Day at the Fair, like I was explaining. I went through 2 of them. I still have more of this, and the Cabana one. Okay. Also have in the bag another one of the pumpkin banana bread, which I just talked about and showed you. Now, where did it go over here? Where did it go? Oh my God, I can't find it. Well, wherever I shoved it. Oh, here it is. Right here. I got 2 of those. Love this banana pumpkin bread, people. I'm telling you, get you some. Your kitchen's going to smell terrific. Okay, also have another one of the Vanilla Cookie Crunch. I went through 2 of them. Love this. Let me see now. Do I have 2 of these or 1 of these? Looks like I only have 1 this time. This is another one. The Better Homes and Gardens Caramel Cheesecake Cookie with scent notes of caramel, vanilla, cheesecake cord, and cookie dough. Love this one. This is also still available in Walmart stores. Love this. Definitely get that salted caramel smell. I get a little bit like a wet, juicy apple in here. Creaminess from the cheesecake. I'm not sure I'm getting a cookie dough smell. A little bit of like a cinnamon, a bakery cinnamon. It's just wonderful and delicious. And of course, you can add more caramel to this if you're really big on caramel like I am, especially salted caramel. You could add more of an apple note than the apple note I'm getting. You can possibly mix some of this actually with the banana pumpkin bread. Put a cube of each together and create your own concoction. I think that would be wonderful. Love this. I've bought loads of it. I've used loads of it, and I still have more. And like I said, you can still get it in Walmart. Love it. Throw on that one is fabulous, too. I would say it's definitely a 9 out of 10. Okay, then I have Plain Jane Vanilla, which I love this one from Walmart. I've had it in the candles. Every combination they've made it and continue to make it, besides the Wax Melts. This is the Mainstays Everyday Vanilla, which is vanilla, buttercream, and marshmallow. And you can smell all 3 of those scents independently in here. And this is great for calming down a scent, or if you're just a vanilla lover like I am. Definitely smell the vanilla. It's good. Definitely get that buttercream note, but you get that marshmallow. You can distinguish that it's actual marshmallow. Love this one. This one sometimes is hard for me to find in my local area. I guess everybody loves it the same. You'll see it if you don't grab enough when you first see it. You come back the next day, the slot's empty until they fill it again. That's what I'm telling you. This is a really good one. I love this one. Throw on it independently by itself, I would say I'm getting at least an 8.5 out of 10 on this. Love this scent. Okay. I only have one of these this time. That's a miracle. This is another one, still widely available in Walmart. I've bought a lot. I've used a lot. I've repurchased more a lot. Love this fragrance. Reminds me of Yankee Candle's Cafe Al Fresco. It's a damn good dupe for it. This is the Mainstays Iced Caramel Macchiato, which is coffee, caramel, and sweet vanilla. Love this one. Nice and strong. You get that coffee note, a real good, like, percolated coffee smell. You get the caramel, and you get the creaminess of the vanilla. That's like cream, pouring actual cream. Not milk in your coffee, cream in your coffee. It's creamy, and it's that percolated coffee scent. And just that sweetness that's added of the caramel. Oh, it's like somebody who made you a very good iced caramel coffee. Iced caramel coffee. Oh, it smells so good. It smells just like Cafe Al Fresco from Yankee Candle. Love this. Throw on this is, I would say, an 8.5 out of 10. Love it. I've used a lot of it. I love this scent. It doesn't smell like Dunkin' Donut coffees because they're just a little too bitter and strong, and so is Starbucks because of the Arabica beans. They're more bitter and stronger. I like Colombian coffee beans better. They're just what I'm used to. That Arabica business, it's too bitter, too strong. It's too much of an aftertaste. But people love it. I don't. I like Colombian coffee better. So, yeah, that's what this reminds me of. Really, really, really good. Okay, then we have this one. This is the Better Homes and Gardens. This is line-dried linen. This came out some time ago. It's one of the second labels they had put. The very first time when they had this out, it was with a laundry basket. And that's going way back. But it's still the same scent. And God knows how we'll see it packaged this coming year, if it even returns. This here is the Better Homes and Gardens line-dried linen. This is linen, cotton, grass, citrus, and white florals. And this bugger is super strong. This is a 20 out of 10. That's how strong this is. Do not mix two together. You are going to kill yourself, make yourself sick and nauseated. You're going to give yourself a blasting head. 1 cube is even too much. I think cutting the cubes in half like I do, even then it's so strong. This clings. It fills up the room. It wanders out of the rooms, down hallways. Super duper strong. Clings to your hair, your skin, your clothes. When you go out, you can smell it following you. It does smell like wet laundered clothes out on the line. In the washer, yeah. Heavy-duty detergent smell. Very florally. Dewy wateriness. But super strong. Super duper strong. This is so strong, I'm telling you, you can make yourself nauseate, sick. You might start getting an irritated nose from it. You might have your eyes water. It might make you to start to cough. It is super duper strong. This is like a 20 plus. It's super, super duper. You can taste it on the back of your throat. You can taste it on the very back of your tongue. Be careful with this one. Or anything that is a laundry, linen type of cotton fragrance. They're wickedly strong. I'm going to tell you, you can become sick from them. You might have to open up the fucking doors. But you won't if you use it sparingly. because you're going to get a lot of use out of this, and this does not die down real fast. This is another one. It just keeps going and going and going and going and going and going before you have to change it out. But I'm telling you, you will cough, sneeze, make yourself sick. Use a lot of caution with this or scents that are in this vein. Phew, super strong, but you really get your money's worth and then some. But be very careful. They can make you cough and make you sick. Okay, then I have this one, which was from the Dollar Tree, which I just got, I don't know, about 2 weeks or so ago. This is their vanilla, which I also love. I like their vanilla. I don't know what it is about it, but I really like it. I made sure I got one that smelled like vanilla. It wasn't an oldie once in there. This was more recently put out because I could still smell it in here strongly. It's a nice bakery warm vanilla. And it did fairly well for, for Dollar Tree under the Luminescence brand. I would say it gave me at least just about an 8. I put 2 cubes and it went for some hours. And when the tea light went out, I used another one. And then after that one, I let it harden. And then the next day, I poked at the wax to, pop it out. But I turned it over on its other side and remelted it one more time. So, yeah, if you're getting an old one, it's probably skunky and smelly in there from sitting too long. But you'll know if you got a good one, and it's not skunky. It should smell just like vanilla, not skunk. So, yeah, this wasn't too bad. I like it. Okay, then I'm going to show you this one, and I'm going to call it quits, okay? And then we'll have some more, hopefully, when the candles are finished. Like I'm telling you, they're just about. This one came out this past Halloween, too. This here was called Halloween. It was for $1.98. It doesn't tell you anything else about scent notes or anything. It don't even tell you what the fragrance was. Now, they had 2 different ones out. They had the all black, and then they had an orange. And they were both called Halloween. They had nothing else about them except their colors were different. The orange one smelled like pumpkin spice. This one, I'm about to throw in my warmer tomorrow. I'm going to put all of it in my warmer. I have a warmer that has a very huge dish on that this entire clamshell can go in there. Now, this is the only one I have left from this whole past Halloween in Walmart. This, I bought so many of the black and so many orange. This is my very last one. Because they always bring something for Halloween all the time in Walmart. This still smells very strong and juicy. Is it a witch's brew? No. Is it black licorice? No. This is a fruity scent. It's something like plum, grape, pear. You know how a cornucopia is with the fruits they put in it? And can you just imagine how those fruits smell sitting in that cornucopia? That's what this smells like. And it's super strong. And this sucker, as I'm holding it, it is really oily here and oily along the sides. It is a soy wax, but a little bit softer. I can't tell if it's picking up on camera. Do you see my fingers? They are oily from this, from touching this. And the aroma is even on here. This is my last pack of the black because I had the same equivalent quantity in the orange, but that was the pumpkin spice. I bought more than one of each scent. And this is the very last one I have. And I'm going to be using it because of the shitty, damp, ugly weather we're going to have during the day and the evenings for the next several days. So I'm going to put this on. It'd be like sort of spooky. Yeah, it's fruity, but there's a woodiness to it. So I guess it's a perfect scent for rainy, spooky weather, even though we're not in the fall yet. But any time of the year when it's dreary, rainy, foggy, spooky, and I live in the woods yet to top it off. So anyway, I mean, when I say I live in the woods, I literally mean I live in the woods. But then right out my driveway and up the road a tiny little bit, I'm on a main intersection, and up the hill, which takes all 3 minutes to get up, now I'm up in town. I'm kind of like close to everything. I got a feel of city, the semi-country, the country, and the woods. I'm surrounded by it all. So, yeah, I'm going to be putting this in the warmer. If I stay up late tonight, even though hubby's got an appointment tomorrow afternoon around 2-ish, I might put this on about midnight and let it go for about an hour or two before I, fall asleep about 2:30 in the morning. But I'll be enjoying it the next several days, too, because the weather's not going to get any better. We're not going to see sunshine till possibly maybe the weekend. But, yeah, perfect spooky scent. So that's everything I have for everyone right now. And I hope you enjoyed this. And if you did, thumbs it up. And if you're just watching me for the first time, hit the subscribe and the notification bell. That way you'll be notified every time I upload a video. I do videos on all kinds of topics and shopping hauls, different stores, candles, wax melts, reviews, anything. And also like and share my videos. That helps my channel grow, and I am crawling there. Thank you very much who recently subscribed and who's been with me just some time ago and who's been with me since the beginning. I appreciate all of you people, and I hope that you really do enjoy these videos that I make. Let me know. Put it down in the comments, and I like feedback. Positive feedback. So here, I don't want nothing nasty because I'll block you. There won't be an if, and, or but about it. I'll just immediately block you. And because I want to keep my channel clean, drama-free. I don't need that. You want that, go to somebody else's channel. So anyway, yeah, this is what I have for you now. And there will be another one soon, because I go through wax melts really pretty damn fast, especially when I'm using like 9 warmers, sometimes 8 warmers spread out throughout my home, except for the front room. My husband has his own warmer over there, but everywhere else I have lots of warmers, and I stick them everywhere. And then my candles, because pretty soon I won't be using any candles. I'm not sure if I'll be purchasing here once in a while, but pretty soon when that weather gets a lot hotter than what it's been, when we get into definite summer, I don't use candles. I can't take all that heat. That plus the natural heat outside, hell no. I'm lucky I can deal with my tea light warmers or my bulb warmers. I cannot light candles. I'd pass out for sure. So anyway, it won't be till like middle fall, late fall, before I'll start up with the candles again. So, until I see you all again, everyone, be good, be kind, keep your spirit up. I'll talk to you soon. I'll talk to you really soon. And enjoy the rest of your week. And before you know it, the weekend will be here again. Yep, these days are going real fast for me. Let me tell you, one day's just going into the next. And I'll catch y'all in another video. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye.